Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shafira Fiana Kautsar and I'm from RH and my last 3-digit NPM is 453. Here I'm going to present the material about passive and positive. So first let's understand the meaning. In passive voice, the subject receives the action rather than performing it. In bahasa, bentuk pasif ini seperti kalimat yang menggunakan kata di. Contohnya dibersihkan, dibaca, dimakan, dibuat, dan sebagainya. Kalau misalkan pasif ini, dia lebih mentingin actionnya, bukan pelakunya, gitu. So, meanwhile, causative is used when someone using another someone to do something for them. So basically, pasif menerima tindakan dan causative itu menyuruh orang lain untuk melakukan tindakan tersebut. So next slide is passive concept. In passive voice, the focus is on the receiver of the action. Kayak yang tadi dibilang, di pasif itu fokusnya ke actionnya, bukan ke orang yang melakukan tindakan tersebut. We use the structure to be plus past participle. This structure helps us show that something is done to the subject, not by the subject. So, for the example, the letter is sent every week. Surat itu dikirim setiap minggu. And we don't need to mention who sent it, who wrote it, because the doer might be unknown or unimportant. And now, let's look at how passive voice changes depending on tenses. We use the correct form of to be according to the tense, then add the past participle. And here's a quick breakdown. For the present simple, am is are. For example, the room is clean every day. So the to be is and the past participle is clean. And next, present continuous, am, is, are being. And next, past simple, was, were. The room was clean yesterday. Next is past continuous, use, was, or were being. And then next, present perfect, use, has, or have been. And then past perfect, use had been, and for the future, use will be. So remember, the tense follows the verb to be, not the past participle. So next, when we use modals like can, should, must, and would, the structure is also simple. We use modal plus be plus past participle. For example, the work must be finished today. The work, modal plus be plus finish past participle, today. Another example, this letter can be sent by email. This letter can is for the modal plus be plus send for the past participle by email. Oh ya, jangan lupa kalau misalkan past participle itu adalah bentuk ketiga dari kata kerja. Dan jika itu ada di waktu lalu, the form changes to modal plus have been and plus past participle. Nah, kalau misalkan ketemu kata regular, itu tinggal dipakein ed. Kayak ask jadi ask, kalau cry jadi cried. Nah, bedanya kalau irregular harus hafal bentuk ketiganya apa. Kalau misalkan write jadi written, kalau eat jadi eaten, kalau go jadi gone, kayak gitu. For the next slide, we have comparing active and passive forms. In active, for the example, someone cleans the room. And in passive, the room is cleaned by someone. And for the second example, in active is the teacher checked the exam. Passive, the exam was checked by the teacher. So the formula is For the active, subject, verb, and object. For the passive, first is object. Jadi dibalik object, to be menggunakan to be, and past participle. Si verbnya ini yang tadinya kata dasar menjadi past participle. Kalau itu di awalnya sudah past participle, maka tetap menjadi past participle jika berada di pasif. Nah, biasanya by subject dihilangkan kalau pelakunya gak ketahuan, pelakunya gak terlalu penting. Nah, di kalimat pasif juga bikin kalimat kita lebih objektif dan sopan dan cocok buat laporan atau scientific writing. Next, let's move to the causative. Causative shows that the subject doesn't do the action directly, tapi menyuruh atau membuat orang lain melakukannya. So, the common structure for the causative are have plus object plus past participle. Ada lagi yang get plus object plus past participle. Now, there are several verbs we can use for causative sentences, each with a slightly different meaning. First, have. To ask someone to do anything. Menyuruh, lebih ke menyuruh seseorang untuk melakukan sesuatu. Second, get. To persuade and convince. Untuk membujuk atau membuat seseorang mau melakukannya. Third is let. To allow or permit. Kayak untuk mengizinkan seseorang. And fourth is make. To force atau memaksa. And the last is help. To aid someone. Untuk membantu seseorang. Nah, ini penting banget. For verbs like get, allow, force, help, tell, want, we use to plus verb infinitive. Kita bisa menggunakan infinitive to. Nah, untuk yang make, let, and have itu kita sama sekali nggak boleh digunakan sebagai infinitive to. Untuk tense formnya, just like passive voice, causative also changes by tense. Here are some examples. Present. For example, I have my hair cut every month. For the past, I had my hair cut. For the future, I will have. And continuous, I'm having. The last is perfect. I have or I have had. Dia pakai have had untuk to be-nya. And now let's talk about the differences between get and have in causative forms. Have plus object plus past participle means you arranged for something to be done. Example, we're having our house painted this weekend. Kita menyuruh orang untuk mengecat rumah kita. Get plus person plus to verb means you persuaded someone to do something. For example, I can never get my husband to wash the dishes. Aku nggak bisa membujuk suamiku buat nyuci piring. So the differences is subtle. Have, you ask or arrange. Get, you persuade or convince. Biasanya have lebih formal dan get lebih santai dipakai di spoken English. Now let's look at some practice sentences to understand the patterns. Kita masuk ke exercise yang diambil dari buku modul unit 5, exercise 2. For the first question is, the teacher made Juan blah 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 leave the room. Di sini dia pakai made. Ingat kalau make itu gak bisa dipakein infinitive. Jadi jawabannya langsung ke verbnya. Di sini verbnya tetap leave. So the answer is the teacher made Juan leave the room. For the second question is, Toshiko had her car blah 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 repaired by a mechanic. Di sini ada had. Berarti kalau had itu have plus object plus past participle. Sama ya, have itu nggak bisa dipakein infinitive. Nah, jadi gimana? Had her car repaired, karena have plus object plus past participle. Past participle-nya yang dipakai. Jadi jawabannya adalah repaired. Dari repair ke repaired. Toshiko had her car repaired by a mechanic. Nah, gitu. Jadi nomor 3, Ellen got Marvin to blah 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 type her paper. Got Marvin. Ada get, ada person. Pasti pakai infinitive. 2. So the answer is Ellen got Marvin to type her paper. The question 4 is I met Jane blah 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 call her friend on the telephone. Di sini ada meet dan ada call. Meet itu gak bisa dipakein infinitive, jadi si call ini tetap. Dan for the answer is I met Jane call her friend on the telephone. Next question is we got our house blah 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 paint last week. Di sini ada got dan our house. Our house ini bukan person ya, jadi our house ini masuknya ke object. So kalau get ketemu object berarti belakangnya adalah past participle. Nah, si paint ini berarti kita ganti ke past participle. So the answer is we got our house painted like last week. Next question is Dr. Beard is having the students blah 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 write a composition. This is continuous form, is having. The students berarti selanjutnya adalah verb atau kata dasar, kata kerja pertama, tetap berarti write. So the answer is Dr. Beard is having the students write a composition. The next question is the policeman made the suspect blah 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 lie on the ground. Ada made yang sudah pasti tidak bisa digunakan sebagai infinitive to. Jadi kalau misalnya yang bisa digunakan sebagai infinitive to, maka lie tetap menjadi kata jawabannya. The answer is the policeman made the suspect lie on the ground. So for the last question is Mark got his transcripts blah 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 sent to the university. As you can see, causative sentences always show that the subject is not the one doing the job. Jadi di sini ada got tentu saja, terus ada his transcripts. His transcript ini objek, bukan person. Jadi setelahnya harus past participle. Jadi si sent ini past participle-nya adalah sent. So the answer is Mark got his transcripts sent to the university. And next, here's the whole answer. Okay, let's summarize everything. In passive voice, the focus is on the action and the object that receives the action. We use it when the doer is unknown or unimportant, and then the formula is subject plus to be plus past participle plus by agent. And in causative, the focus is on someone causing another person to act. For the formula is have or get, object, and past participle. Or if get is allowed by person, use to plus verb. So the formula is get plus person plus to verb. For example, I had my house cleaned. For the have plus object plus past participle, and I got my friend to help me. For the get, person, and to verb. So the differences is simple. For the passive, the subject receives the action, and for the causative, the subject makes someone else perform the action. So that's all for my presentation about passive and positive. I hope now you can see the difference more clearly and use them correctly in your sentences. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.